Oh. Oh, that's good to know. I can still tell when a donor... This is Pode. I know this is Pode 100%, so I'm not going to take it. And I'll take rightmost if it is the most dangerous. It's probably still going to be a Tath. I don't think you can get a He this early. But I love danger. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you have worked here. The number 3 is a mysterious one. In age-old fables, it is common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell the protagonist to utter 3 wishes. Sadly, I am not a mage or a billionaire that can grant your wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There were many aspirations. Common among them was the seeking of some kind of growth. To lead the company to prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, you name it. Each had wanted to flower in a different way. Which of those 2 would you want? Wish for the company to prosper or to mature my spirit? You know, we're a company worker. We gotta work for the company. Your future is determined by what you do at this moment. Currently, you work for Lobotomy Corporation. In our company, you will see things that cannot be seen and you will feel things that cannot be felt. You shall do impossible things. May your wish be granted. Perhaps you will become the best manager I've seen yet. So, you may be asking yourself if your predecessors managed to fulfill their wish. I suppose what happened to the others is not important after all. Normal stuff, surely. I think they just quit. They retired. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey to your final goal, though. You did it again, and you did it flawlessly, too. I myself have a lot of work to do. If you look at my notebook, my to-do list is always so full. But I know I can get through it. I should do my best, like I always have. I know I'm slower than the others. I always have to check my list or I'll miss something important. That's why I have this notebook with me at all the time. Can't leave any mistakes, you know? I've been carrying it for so long that it's almost worn out. It's been with me ever since I began working here as the Sapphira of the control team. I know A.G. Langelo... What? Okay. I know Why am I saying Langelo? Okay. I know Lady Angela worries about me from time to time. But I've got everything under control. I feel like this is the kind of life I've been yearning for ever since a long, long time ago. Maybe before I was incapable of thinking. It feels as though I've wished for the same thing before in some other place that wasn't the control team. Malkuth, please finish the report I requested by the end of today. Sure thing, boss. I've got it right here on my list. I'll have it turned in by the end of the day. Well, I should get going now. It's a pleasure talking to you, manager. The eyes here, they're all unstable, with the exception of me. It's especially bad for Malkuth. You've noticed, haven't you? I can't complain, though. It only makes it easier for me to control her. Mission, controlling meltdowns. As you may know, our facility isn't the most stable thing. We're only able to keep up with the abnormalities contained thanks to the cliff-off deterrents, which we briefly adjust down just before the work day begins. But this deterrence becomes unstable as time goes on, and eventually some abnormalities may undergo a meltdown. Complete 8 work processes and containment units under cliff-off. And expand the control team department again. I'll get one of these researches, but neither of them matter. Joint command is actually literally nothing right now. So I need to switch over so you guys will actually be able to see the wheel. But let's see which of your... Oh god, I've messed up everything. And we'll see who's being the 4th unit in the facility, the 4th agent in the facility. Oh! It seems like it's been summoned. Dante! I think with 5 H's in particular. So let's see. Dante, we summoned Dante. Actually, I've got an idea. We gotta lean into the joke, I feel. I almost read the same message. This is the moment where Dante becomes Dante. This is awful. Okay. I'll fix it eventually. Dante, why are you in love, Dante? But you know, you see what I was going for here. Yeah. Yeah. And that stuff is fine, I think. Okay, let's see. Ego stuff, we're giving everyone penitence. And we'll give, like, some people white weapons. Not everyone, just these 2, because we want red weapons too. Oh, it's fairy. That's fine. probably train stuff with you. Okay, Dante's looking slick. Because the fairy shouldn't be too dangerous as long as I'm careful. And Bong Bong is unlikely to die now, I feel, because she's got, like, actually decent HP. So she can grind Punishing Bird for a little bit. Yeah, he's got the fairies, which is fine. As long as we just, you know, are smart about it, nothing bad will come from the fairies. This is going to be a long day, because I'm going to try and do this mission today, which means I'm going to need to get 8 Cliff-Off meltdowns dealt with. PM Jank, my beloved. Like, one of my favorite LobCorp Jank moments is the fact that Violet Noon only damages people, the agents that belong to the department it spawns in. So if you sent, say, everyone in this room and Violet Noon spawned here, it would only kill the agents from this department. The others would be perfectly fine and just kill it. You gotta love PM Jank. It's in a league of its own, honestly. Violet Moon barely works and I love it. Yeah, it's so cruel. It's so needlessly cruel. It does a good job of making sure you actually learn to pay attention to the ordeals, because if you don't by that point, it'll just kill a bunch of people. Violet Noon is just a hater. You missed the old translation. I think that's fair. I think some things I prefer the translation name of, possibly just because of, like, nostalgia. And possibly just because some of it was awful. Like, I like the name Shylook today more than today's Shylook. Is that such a minor thing to, like, nitpick? Yes. Your point being... Like, that's classic stuff. That is classic stuff. But stuff like it's saying that Porcubus Cliff-Off counter goes down on a good work result, not a nice thing to be treating Porcubus as. There's no need to make the day go on for too long, I don't think. Because of the fact, like, the next 2 days we're going to get absolutely nothing, because we're just going to get 2 Labno and then we're going to have a day of respite. So yeah, I think that's enough for this day. And look at that, a couple people leveled up. Yeah, Bong Bong's Prudence is level 3 now, Temperance 2, and Fortitude 2 for Weatherby. Looking good, I think. And another day of nothing that we know. It's 2 Labnos, though, so it doesn't matter too much. Do you take pride in what you do here? If not, this recent news will likely change your mind. After your arrival, the rate of energy output has increased by 13%. If you still don't feel the significance of this figure, then let me add that it's a record-breaking percentage. How do you feel? I can take pride in that. Ever since you began working here, the company has been taking strides in improvement. This means you are performing your role well. This shows that there should only be good news to come. A machine such as myself doesn't flatter easily. It is good to know that you're happy with your work. I remember your face the very first time you came here. You were so withdrawn. 13% Pog. Face all gray and grim. And you were all nervous about my presence. Don't worry, it's okay for you to be happy now. Today's a rather special day. Do you see that bottle of champagne on the table? Allow me to pour you a glass. Shall we toast? Today's occasion is not something as monumental as someone's birthday or the company's day of founding. You lost an employee for the first time yesterday. Actually, I lost an employee for the first time 2 days ago in an alternate timeline. But I can see how you can get confused by that. 30% more abject suffering for the residents of the city. Splendiferous. Woo! In fact, many more shall follow. I'm telling you this just in case you were unexpectedly shocked by the news. They had known the risks from the beginning. The company grows, fertilized by their sacrifices. It's as shrimple as that. I'm sure they would have felt proud of themselves as they took their final breath. Accepting their deaths with equanimity would be the greatest respect you can pay to them. That is why I popped this bottle of champagne I've kept for so long. 3 cheers for the deceased, in memoriam of their noble sacrifices. If anyone doesn't drink the champagne, that's lame. You gotta drink it. Allow me to give you a small bit of advice. To properly drink a glass of champagne, one should gently hold the lower stem of the glass, and then take it in lightly, savoring the bubbles. Cheers. Perfect, just like that. We need to be honest here, Malkuth. You simply cannot suppress the ordeals with the employees you currently have at your disposal. Trust me, I'm the head of the information team. Even if your team were to suppress the ordeals on their own, there's too great a risk of extreme mental damage to your employees. But you saw it. We only need to consider the mortality rate of the agents and the possibility of the abnormalities breaching. Malkuth, Lady Angela said that one crazy employee will kill 10 others. I am the Sapphire of the control team. I may make outrageous mistakes in all other aspects, but this role I know better than anyone else. I know how to handle employees on the verge of insanity. I even wrote down a code of conduct for it. Honestly, it feels like I'm the only one who follows the guide. Am I wrong? Please tell me if you happen to need it. I can always share a copy with you. I'm fine, but that code of yours... I don't need weak employees in my department. Weakness means elimination, the death of your place in my department. Oh, this is absolutely a translation change that I missed. Weakness means death went so hard. Weakness means elimination, the death of your place in my department. That doesn't go as hard as just a nice, simple... weakness means death. To work for the control team, the department that leads the corporation signifies that you should be more capable than everyone else. Manager, please say something to them. You've been watching what's happened to those weak-willed employees from the comfort of your office, haven't you? Can any one of you guys say something? Well, thanks so much for visiting me. It's made me so happy. We should meet up again sometime. All of us Upper Sephiroth. Sure thing. I have an announcement to the Sephiroth of the upper layer. The mental corruption levels of the control team's employees exceeded the maximum threshold. And just what did the other Sephiroth do in the meantime? Sit and watch? The control team has failed to handle the ordeals. Supplement the staff immediately and suppress the ordeals. I will ask for support from the other departments. Weakness means death. Thank you, Malkuth. Very cool. What a savage. Mission when dusk falls. As the cliff out deterrence weakens, the abnormalities will begin to grow agitated. Certain things we call ordeals, which we cannot contain, will go into a rampage, just as they are right now. Could you calm down the employees by suppressing one of the ordeals that show up at dusk? I'll help you with it as soon as I can. Goal: complete a dusk ordeal. Now this is a very funny mission to be the 4th mission of the game, because, in case you don't know, we can't do this one until day 21. So we've got no more missions now. We've got one new abnormality. It's a tool abnormality, so nothing too scary. Bong-Bong gets full beak stuff, that's for sure. Let's see, Dante should keep penitence, I think. I will rock at the other beak weapon, maybe a wing beat suit. What are we thinking with the difference between these? They're roughly the same. I don't think it matters. I will rock and get a wing beat, and then those guys who just stick with whatever they have. We've got a lot of log points, but I think 5 people per department's a little bit too much for my liking. I think I'm just gonna try and speed through these next 2 days. Teresa, alright. That's fine. Dante, we're gonna need you. Oh, maybe we don't. We're gonna need you guys, I think. And we're gonna send Iowa Rock in. What beautiful music. Okay, that was fine then. That was fine enough timing. Those who listen to Teresa's music will recover SP, including the employee playing the music box and everyone in the department the abnormality is located. How swell. I finished management training, but I still don't have the hang of it. Oh, this is actually like lore accurate, kind of. He's a manager, but he doesn't have the hang of it. Lore accurate Dante. Oh, her face disappeared for a second. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's going insane, so Dante and Weatherby are on duty to, you know, bring her back to sanity. There we go, perfect. Get back in there. There we go. Bong, get back in there. You see my excellent strategy. Oh, your name's disappeared now, too. Going insane. Imagine getting bonked in the head until you become sane. Well, you're getting bonked in the head with a cross till you become sane. Her face turned blue for a second there. I don't know why Teresa is haunted in particular, but that's a little silly. Punishing Bird is close to breaching. That's... Oh, it's because Punishing Bird loses cliff off counter when someone goes insane. That's right, I forgot about that part, eh? Oh, Punishing Bird escape. That's fine. I don't think they die for punishing Bird. I think he does, like, what, 12 damage and then leaves? I think that's how it works. Once he's dealt, like, 12 damage, then he's like, alright, I can go home now. Yeah, this is pretty fine. Yeah, he's done. When I saw first warning this early, I was a little worried that, you know, someone died at Fairy Festival and I wasn't paying attention or something. But we just finished the day here. We don't want to spend too long right now. Iowa Rock got some stats up, pretty nice. And another day where nothing happens. Oh, right. There is lore, though. Our founder, A, has said this to me many a time. Each successful experiment makes you a better person. The greatness of this company was founded on multitudes of trials and hardships. So you, too, shall become great. Each day in the company is another small experiment towards shaping your life for the better. How has your day been today? Well, of course it was fine. Let's spare the pleasantries, no? Manager, how has your life been? Just okay. Leading a normal life could be considered an achievement in this day and age. Although, one can always improve the quality of their life. This is a simple metaphor, but the seed of a tree will not grow just anywhere. Interesting metaphor to choose, that's for sure. It requires fertile soil at the right temperature and fresh water. However, most seeds fall on barren soil. For those malfallen seeds, stretching out the roots and sprouting even small leaves are challenges full of pain. I cannot provide you with water or sunlight. However, I will do my best to tend to the soil. How nice, and no Malkuth cutscene because we haven't done our mission yet. And you know, I do like they giving Dante a gun. I will rock and take the penitence then. And we do have another beak, so we'll give the other beak to Weatherby, I think. That should work. A seed, you say? Growing a tree in a strange place to grow a tree? How wacky. What a concept. What a wacky preposition. Well, another normal day. Another day, another dollar. No, sure. Oh no, I just launched Limbus. Oh no, unlaunch Limbus. There we go. One of the issues with having Limbus pinned to my taskbar is, it tends to get launched when I really shouldn't be launching it. You know, I'm gonna launch it in the background intentionally now. Hopefully it doesn't kill my computer. What are the chances it does, though? And we'll see if we get any message. Looks like nothing. We need to close Limbus now, because streaming and running LobCorp at the same time and running Limbus at the same time is a bad idea. LobCorp has memory issues. I guess I've got the performance mod. Oh! Dante's got penitence. A sign, perhaps. Also, I've just noticed none of us have gotten... No one other than Dante has gotten any EU gifts, because Dante has penitence and wing beat. But no one else has wing beat, penitence, or beak. Dante's getting dripped out already. We gotta have Dante working the bird then, I think. We'll do this just to make sure. That's fine. Teresa's melting down. I don't know if I... Weatherby, you go there. I'll just send him out in time. Stop. Okay, I almost forgot about him. He would have gone insane. And because he got the highest stat of temperance, he would have just started running around. Oh, the bird's broken out. God, it needs to stop jump scaring me with that when it's just the bird. I'm like, oh boy, it's Tim again. And it's driving the clerks insane. If I had execution bullets, you'd be so dead right now. What's her name? Zeta 8. You're lucky. You're lucky. You know, that's enough for the day, I think. I want to get to the next department. I want to get more people into the facility. Dante's level 2 now, so all these guys are up to level 2. A lot of stats increased. That's good.